Oh yes, I say it plain. America was never America to me, and yet I swear this oath, America will be. Out of the rack and ruin of our gangsters' death, the rape and rot of graft and stealth and lies, we, the people, must redeem the land, the mine, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, and the endless plain. All that stretch these great green states. And make America, America again. Langston Hughes wrote that poem in the middle of the 1930s, in the middle of the Depression. A gay, black man in Harlem. And yet, knew the America we talk about in that song that Deborah sang. And knew the America that is in our hearts. The idea of America. We talked about this last year on July 4th. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men and women are created equal. That they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. And among those are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Our forefathers fell short. Our politicians in the 30s fell short. Our politicians today fall short. We fall short. But America is an idea of something greater than we exhibit in our humanness. America is an idea, I believe, that is snatched right from our divine nature, right from our higher thinking, our higher good, what we talk about here in Unity, that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and actually written into the language of the Declaration of Independence. Thomas Jefferson says, when we have connected with and assumed the powers of the earth, the separate and equal creation to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them. A decent respect of the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to their separation. So what our teachings to me say is that you not have to pretend like what's happening in the world, in the political world, in the real world, in life, you don't like. But to call other people names isn't going to change anything. But to state the causes for which you want separation. To state the causes and the things which would give you freedom. Freedom from the fear of tyranny. Freedom from the fear of what's going to happen to me. Right? It's important that we all stand up and state our beliefs, whatever they are. But state them in a compassionate and loving way. So whether you believe that there should be universal health care for all people, and that health care is a right, stand up and say it and tell me why you believe that. If you believe that government should be reduced drastically and taxes slashed and that government should get out of our lives so that we should be free, stand up and tell me why that would be better. Stand up and tell me what we would let go of and how we would do that. I was reading something very fascinating. When we wrote the Declaration of Independence, and when we declared that the tyranny of King George was no longer tolerable for us, the average tax rate of the king on the colonist was 3%. 3%. Now, most of us pay a little bit more than that now. I'll speak for myself. I do. JD and I do. But also, King George wasn't building any roads in America. He was providing an army. but it wasn't necessarily just for our defense. We have made decisions all the way through the 241 years since the writing of the Declaration of Independence, which have gotten us into this place today. Which one of those no longer serve us? That's a discussion worth having. Which one of those decisions do we re-examine and look at again? And how do we lift up everyone in the conversation? I'm not here to tell you what to believe, but I am really tormented by how we have this discussion now. Unity is an idea of oneness, of wholeness. It is a movement of establishing the true kingdom of heaven on earth. The one power and one presence that is God here and now. Is there some part of your life that it's okay not to apply those principles to? Is it all right that you don't apply the principles of kindness and our equal divinity in the political realm because we disagree with people? Can we stand up for our idea? No matter what any tyrant, any would-be dictator, no matter any politician, no matter what any corporate CEO, no matter what any communications expert says is truth or an alternative fact. Can we stand up for our truth, for our idea of wholeness? America, that Langston Hughes talks about, the one that he hadn't known yet, but he knows exists, the one Deborah sang about, the idea of America that is beyond borders and walls and political parties and whichever president is in charge today. I'm going to invite Deborah up, because there's an America that is beyond structure. There's an America that cannot be limited by whoever's in charge. There's an America, I'll get this out of you, that is beyond fear. And there's an America that I long for. And the way I've been going about it, about proclaiming it, seeing it, supporting it, isn't working for me anymore. It's not. And I want to join in a discussion with all of you to find out how we do that, how we shift it. So when I ran across this, actually a couple weeks ago, Deborah and I were talking about this service. And I asked her if she would sing this verse.
And I will be concentrating, so if you don't see me look out at you, know that I'm concentrating on this amazing song that Ken brought to my attention, but in a different context than how I knew it from its original writing for a musical called Chess. No man, no madness, though their power, sad power may prevail.
that you want to see today? What is the America that you want to create? Can we extend our heart to embrace all those that seem to be against us? Those that we would call evil or bad or petty. Can we let go of having to be right in order to be whole? Right? Can we let go of red and blue? Can we let go and know something else? Marianne Williamson wrote, that when we are liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others. When we are liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others. How much courage can we muster today to step out, to step up, to state who we are, what we value, and why? Not backing down, but opening our arms and surrounding everyone with our compassion, our truth, our wholeness, and seeing if we can make the America that Langston Hughes talked about. To let America be America that it has never been. Can we make the America that has no borders? Because we have no borders around our own heart. To talk about immigration as an act of compassion. To talk about refugees from a place of spiritual wholeness. To talk about health and taxes and wealth and poverty, all from that place. We are the prosperity teachers. Can we share that message with the world? And what have we been waiting for? What have we been waiting to do? Let man's petty nations tear themselves apart. My land's only borders lie around my heart. Let's take that to our time of meditation.